Governor Fubara decries level of underutilization of Rivers seaports. Rivers State government harps on domestication of artificial intelligence. Plus, NYSC announces orientation course for 2025 Batch B, Stream 2. This is the World News on Riverside Television. My name is Obolo. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. Don't forget, we are live on YouTube at Rstv Online, and Facebook is Rstv CH22 Online. Click the notification bell so you can get live feed straight from the studios. Now, details of news this hour. River State Governor Sir Siminala Ifubara has pointed out that the continued underutilization of the Port Harcourt and Onne seaports is costing the state and Nigeria at large significant economic progress, job, and industrial opportunities. Governor Fubara made the remark when he received the Nigerian Ports Authority Board led by its chairman, Senator Adedayo, at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Tamno Barabi Ibulumo is our reporter here.
Rivers State has two strategic seaport facilities but have remained underutilized. Governor Fubara said world-class ports are key drivers of prosperity in many countries and argued that rivers can join such league. He stated that if Onne Port works at full capacity, commercial activities around Eleme, Tai, and other areas will transform the economy, drive employment, create manufacturing opportunities, and boost clearing and forwarding operations.
Look at us in River State. We are blessed with the Ports Authority, the one we have here in Port Harcourt, and the one we have in Onne. But the only issue is underutilization. We're talking about employment. We're talking about job creation. Manufacturing company today are looking for closeness to exportation. You can imagine if Onne is working in its full capacity, the kind of activity that will be taking place around Eleme, Tai. If you don't know of anything, there's something they call clearing and forwarding. The activity will increase.
Governor Fubara commended the NPA for seeking collaboration with the state before undertaking intervention projects in host communities. The governor who linked insecurity to unemployment, promised to build a police station to address insecurity in the area, and warned encroachers on ports land to desist, directing the NPA to report specific cases for government actions.
One thing that nobody can take away from this administration is its peaceful nature. This peaceful nature transcends to every other thing that happens in River State. Roll away community hustling, we can manage them. But relatively, there's a very wonderful working relationship between the Ports Authority, the government, and the people of River State. Now that we have a full government, we'll talk to the local government chairmen that are there and also set up some committees that can put those things in place. You also understand that because of the nature of the road, a lot of things just go anyhow there. But once this road is properly put in place, other things will just on its own. So I assure you, we'll do the needful to make sure that those disorderly things you saw will be put in place.
In his address, the chairman of the board, Senator Adedayo, noted that Nigeria is blessed with several electoral states whose vast potentials can serve as veritable catalysts for economic growth. He reaffirmed the board's commitment to ensuring that the two ports in Rivers State operate at optimal capacity, but appealed for the support of the state government in key areas. These include rehabilitating the port access roads, enhancing environmental cleanliness, ensuring trucks are parked off the roads to ease traffic congestion, and establishing a police post to address security concerns. Tamun Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Now, in another development, Governor Siminala Ifubara has called for the domestication of artificial intelligence for parliamentary efficiency. He made the call at the opening of the second 2025 Extraordinary Session Seminar of the ECOWAS Parliament held in Port Harcourt. Justice Ihumo takes it from here.
The theme of the seminar is Harnessing Artificial Intelligence AI for Parliamentary Efficiency, Ethical Governance and Development in the ECOWAS region. Represented by his deputy, Governor Fubara said the domestication of AI will accommodate traditional governance structure in the emerging digital ecosystem. According to him, such domestication will enable African parliamentarians navigate the delicate balance between embracing AI transformative potentials and preserving the human-centered values that anchor democratic governance, while pledging the state government's support for initiatives that position ECOWAS at the vanguard of responsible AI governance in the developing world. He noted that the framework that parliamentarians develop, the standards they establish, and the ethical principles they embed will determine whether AI becomes a tool of democratic empowerment or technological subjugation for future generations.
The demonstrations you will witness, from agricultural optimization to health surveillance to security applications, represent tangible pathways towards what I envision as augmented democracy, where artificial intelligence amplifies human wisdom rather than replacement.
In an address of welcome, the first Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament and leader of the Nigerian delegation, Senator Barrel Jibril, reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to the work of the ECOWAS Parliament and assured of continuous support in fulfilling its mandate.
As the concept note rightly underscores, artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic aspiration. It is a present reality reshaping governance, economies, and societies worldwide.
There were also goodwill messages by the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Senator Mao Ohabunwa, Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Martin Amehule, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga.
We believe that the legislature remains the foundation of our democracy. The legislature is key to any democracy anywhere in the world.
The seminar was declared open by the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Right Honorable Hadja Memonato Ibrahima. Justice Ehun, Rstv News.
Still on state matters, the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, River State Council, has congratulated Governor Siminala Ifubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odo, as they assume office after 6 months of emergency rule. A statement signed by the chairman, Paul Bazia, and secretary, Dr. Ijoma Tubosia, welcomed members of the River State House of Assembly and urged them to work in harmony with the governor for the development of the state. The NUJ River State Council further commended the people of the state for their peaceful disposition before, during, and after the declaration of the state of emergency, while calling on the people of the state, particularly politicians, to cooperate with the governor to enable him discharge his constitutional responsibilities to the citizenry. The union enjoined the governor to settle down for real governance and also treat everybody equally, irrespective of their political or religious affiliations. It also used the opportunity to draw the attention of the governments to the neglect suffered by the state-owned media and urged the governor to breathe life into the state-owned newspaper, radio and television as they are finding it difficult to survive. The NUJ appealed to Governor Fubara to extend his hands of fellowship to members of the fourth realm of the estate in the state and expressed its readiness to work with the state government by making quality contributions to the socio-economic growth of River State. NUJ prayed for the peace, progress, and development of River State, and that God should give the governor and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odo, the wisdom and guidance to steer the ship of governance in the state. Now, the River State Police Command has arrested 3 suspected kidnappers in Obiakpo and Ikuri local government areas for killing and collecting 10.4 million naira ransom from families of their victims. A statement signed by the police public relations officer, SP Grace Iringa Kilko, named the suspects as Hassan Mohammed from Wandiga town in Mandagali of Adamawa State, Bello Abubakar from Roundabout Mora in Sokoto State, and Yusuf Ahmed from Hazari local government area of Bauchi State. During interrogation, the suspects are said to have voluntarily confessed to their involvement in multiple kidnappings in the state. They confessed to the kidnapping of one only Jude and Mwabweze Nchekube on the 14th of September 2025 at School Road, Igurutale, and received a ransom of 6.9 million naira before killing Mwabweze Nchekube. They further revealed that they kidnapped one Mercy Chinyere on the 12th of September at the same location, where they also collected a ransom of 3.5 million naira before her release. Several weapons were recovered from the suspects and are in police custody, while efforts are ongoing to apprehend other fleeing members of the syndicate. On the feat, the Commissioner of Police, River State Command, CP Olubenga Adepoju, commended the diligence, bravery, and dedication of the operatives. From the National, we got this report that the legislative calendar for the 10th Senate has shifted from 23rd September to 7 October 2025. This postponement was conveyed on an internal memo signed by the Chief of Staff to the Senate President, Chinedu Akubweze, on Tuesday. The shift in date has raised eyebrows within the National Assembly as it extends the Chamber's annual recess by another 2 weeks. While no official reason was given, Akubweze said the delay was intended to allow lawmakers to fully observe the Independence Day celebrations on the 1st of October. The Senate had adjourned plenary on 24 July for its annual recess, when members of the House of Representatives also embarked on a break in line with the legislative calendar. With the latest adjustments, critical debates and pending motions, including oversight inquiries into government spending and executive appointments, will now remain on hold. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights, because it is a task you and I must accomplish. Don't forget, Rstv is live on YouTube at Rstv Online, Facebook, Rstv CH22 Online. Click that notification bell so you can receive live streaming programs from the studios. So, coming up after this break, China's strongest annual typhoon, Ragasa, forces closure of schools, businesses. And in sports, Nigeria returns at 27th position in World Athletics Championships. These and many more are coming if you keep us company when we return on the next half of the news. Don't go away.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine healing. It is a night of God's visitation with divine favor. It is a night of instant miracles, signs, and wonders. It is a night of total transformation. It is a night where yokes will be broken, mantles will be released, and great destinies will be activated. Date: Friday, 5th September 2025. Time: 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue: OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alu, Rivers State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive what heaven has reserved for you.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
It's a pleasure to have you back on the news. The National Youth Service Corps has announced that the 2025 Batch B Stream 2 orientation course will commence nationwide on Wednesday, 24 September 2025 across all orientation camps. A statement issued on its official Facebook page said the scheme's registration will run until midnight on Friday, the 26th of September, with a swearing-in ceremony scheduled for the same day. It added that the 3-week exercise will end with a closing ceremony on Tuesday, 14 October 2025. However, the NYSC clarified that the orientation course in Kwara State will open later on Tuesday, the 30th of September and close on Monday, the 20th of October. The statement said the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, urged all prospective corps members to report to the camps indicated in their call-up letters, stressing the need for compliance with all registration requirements, while foreign-trained graduates are expected to present their international passports and original copies of uploaded documents. Now to foreign reports. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund have warned about Ethiopia's debt crisis and distress, labeling it unsustainable. Favor Ayakamo is here with some foreign news as well as this.
The two financial bodies further revealed that Ethiopia is facing political, economic, and humanitarian challenges, and its debt is assessed to be unsustainable, mainly due to protracted breaches of export-related external debt indicators. The report also revealed that Ethiopia's debt repayment has been made more difficult by the accumulation of both short-term and medium-term debt service payments. According to the joint analysis, the Ethiopian government reached an agreement in principle with its official creditors in March 2025 under the G20 Common Framework. The authors emphasized that the Ethiopian economy remains highly vulnerable to export-related shocks and depreciation. The U.S. Secret Service has said it has disrupted a network of telecommunications devices that could have shut down cellular networks as leaders gather for the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. The agency said it had found more than 300 SIM servers and 100,000 SIM cards that might have been used for telecom attacks within the area, encompassing parts of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. The special agent in charge, Matt McCool, said this network had the power to disable cell phone towers and essentially shut down the cellular network in New York City. The devices were discovered within 35 miles of the assembly, where leaders from around the world are meeting this week. China has evacuated hundreds of thousands of people and ordered at least 10 cities to close schools and some businesses as the strongest storm of the year bears down on its southern coast. Hong Kong has upgraded its typhoon warning to 8, just 2 levels below the maximum, ahead of the arrival of super typhoon Ragasa. The storm is expected to make landfall in China's Guangdong province on Wednesday, where some 370,000 people have been evacuated so far, as authorities warn of a catastrophic situation. Ragasa has been dubbed the king of storms by China's meteorological agency and is expected to move towards northern Vietnam in the coming days, potentially affecting millions. Favor Oyakamo, Rstv Foreign News.
Mrs. Elizabeth Dimma Onyeri, wife of the former State Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Oris Onyeri, joined the group of senior citizens over the weekend as she clocked 60 on the 21st of September 2025. The 60th birthday ceremony was marked at the Port Harcourt residence of the Onyeris, where dignitaries from all walks of life, including River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and former Deputy Governor Tebe Ikuru, in attendance. Ndu Ajay has the rest of the report.
It was pomp and ceremony at the residence of the Onyeris as the celebrant, flanked by friends, relations, and well-wishers, danced to some soul-satisfying musical renditions by the Pope Obu Cultural Group. The atmosphere was greeted by a loud ovation when the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, walked in with his entourage. Speaking at the ceremony, relatives, friends, and colleagues extolled the sterling qualities of Mrs. Onyeri, describing her as a virtuous woman who supported her husband to achieve a successful family. They prayed that God will grant her many more years of celebrations in good health.
A woman of charming personality, superb intelligence, noble gentility, exemplary morality, soft but outspoken, a uniqueness in dressing and in culture, a wonderful woman.
And if she was not the type of woman she was, it's possible I wouldn't have been here. I also wouldn't have developed up to what I am.
She's very industrious, she's hardworking, and she's always saving money. If there's an opportunity for my grandmother to save money, she must do it.
I'd like to wish you many more years.
A well-detailed citation was read by Dr. Sonny Dike just before the birthday cake was cut.
E-S-U-S. Jesus, please put your hands together for them. Put your hands together.
In an interview, son of the celebrant, Dr. Victor Oris Onyeri, described his mother as a great pillar, reliable, resilient, and support system to the family, and wished her more ladders to climb.
God has been kind to my mother, who just turned 60 years after so many years of hard work, dedication, and commitment to her family and her community. It's indeed a very wonderful thing.
Democratic governance was restored just a few days ago, and the state chief executive, Siminalayi Fubara, in his first public outing, attended your 60th birthday. How will you describe this development?
It's a thing of honor. It's a great joy. I have great joy in my heart today. Governor had just been reinstated, and today he went for Thanksgiving. And the first visit he made is on my birthday. What a glorious day for me. I'm indeed happy.
Something that will be a history for her birthday. So Siminalaye Fubara is an icon of peace. In fact, without his peaceful disposition, we will not be where we are today. So we will learn that virtue, we will learn that attribute in him. And I advise everyone following Fubara to learn that attribute of being a peaceful man.
There was a song rendition by the Church of God Seventh-day Port Harcourt District Choir. Ndung Ajie, Rstv News.
Now, sports news. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has congratulated Super Falcons and Brighton and Hove Albion's goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nnadozie, on her fourth-place finish at this year's Ballon d'Or ceremony held in Paris on Monday night. Here is Abigail Nathaniel with the rest of the story and others.
The congratulatory message was contained in a statement issued by Ademola Olajire, head of NFS Media and Communication Department, on Tuesday in Abuja. Nnadozie, who has been African best goalkeeper for the past 2 years, was also named goalkeeper of the tournament for this summer's Women African Cup of Nations WAFCON finals in Morocco. Sanusi also gave kudos to Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugu, who also finished fourth in the Women's Coach of the Year category. Madugu was fourth in a race won by Sarina Wegman, who led England to UEFA Women's Championship title, and which also included Chelsea Sonia Bombasta, Brazil Autos Elias, and Arsenal FC Renee Segas. Nigeria finished 27th on the medal table at the World Athletic Championship in Togo, ending the competition with 1 silver medal as the event set news record for global participation and reach. The country's sole media came from Tobi Amusan, who won silver in the women's 100-meter hurdle to continue her consistency as Nigeria's most reliable international performer. Ezekiel Natane also joined her on the podium, breaking his own national record in the men's 400-meter hurdles by clocking 47.11s to finish fourth in a dramatic race that initially promoted him to third after the disqualification of Ray Benjamin. World Athletics held the event as the most impactful edition in history, with more than 619,000 fans in attendance, surpassing the Tokyo 1999 tally. World Athletic President Sebastian Coe described Tokyo 2025 as a championship for the ages, thanking the whole city for delivering on its promise of full and noisy stadiums after the silence of the pandemic hit Tokyo Olympic in 2021. In all, 1992 athletes from 193 countries and the Athlete Refuge team competed across 9 days of action, with 20 nations winning gold medals and 74 making the top 8 rankings. Abigail Natane, Rstv Sports News.
And that's it on the news. Thanks for being with us. But a reminder now of some of the major reports. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has described the continued underutilization of the Port Harcourt and Onne seaports as too costly for the state's significant economic progress, job creation, and industrial opportunities. The Rivers State government has called for the domestication of artificial intelligence for parliamentary efficiency, as well as in all sectors of Nigeria's economy. We had also told you that the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has announced that the 2025 Batch B Stream 2 orientation course will commence nationwide on Wednesday, the 24th of September 2025 across all orientation camps. That's it. Thanks for staying with us. Good night.